Hello, I'm Battlescar1313. Today we're playing Strangers of Paradise Final Fantasy Origins, and I'm super excited because this game I've been waiting for, and I got it. But it's Final Fantasy 1, you know? It's back when Final Fantasy first came out. So it's revamped and turned into um more of an action-based game. So don't expect too much storyline. Final Fantasy, the original, that sold millions of copies worldwide. Um, they did it right. Like, the story wasn't that much. It was more based upon the battle system, and that's what shaped the game. So expect the same from this one. You know, this is going to reshape part of Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 7 remake and any action based that they've come out with. This is kind of leading towards that stuff. So it's very good. I know Final Fantasy 16 as well, I could say. But I would like a Strangers of Paradise 2, 3, 4, whatever. You know, I would go through the journey because I played this game. I got through it all. I like it. This is one of those games that have a lot of replay value, meaning you can play it over and over again and kind of learn something new each time if you're careful, or if you just have the whole thing scripted in your head and know everything about the game. However, there is going to be the Warriors of Light and our main protagonist, Jack, which is a good hero, and we're going to go through the whole story and stuff like that, but buy the game, please, because it helps, you know, everything out. So I own a lot of Square Enix games. I got like World of Final Fantasy, all that stuff. Like, yes, I played on my channel. So we're just gonna start, and we're gonna go to new game. Now, you can pick any mode you want. I stick with action. But if you complete the game, you'll unlock a chaos difficulty, and that's going to be used to unlock a couple trophies later on, which will go on for platinum. So I'm not going to be able to get every chest, I don't think. I'm going to try my hardest, but I'm going to tell you that it's more about the enemy drops. The more that the enemy drops happen, the better the items are. And they list what drops are going to be in a certain menu we'll get later on, the world map. But we'll just start right now with action. It's good. It's just going to teach us the basics of combat in this video, pretty much. So anybody that's played Final Fantasy 1 knows that that is Garland. So yes, this is a awesome event. I like this. It's exactly what I imagined. So there is the original Garland. There was a skeptic, or there was a debate about rather the trailer for Final Fantasy 1 PSX version on disc, if that Warrior of Light, the one we seen in the Dissidia, was Garland or Warrior of Light, which it ended up being. But it fought a dragon, and I had that video on my playlist, but it was the PSX version, not the Pixel remasters. But yeah, we're going to continue on and see more of the story about who is going to take on Garland in this game.
Bring it!
Alright, basic combat here is to lock onto a target. You can evade with X, and L1 does normal attacks, and well, no, L1 does guard. R1 does normal attacks. So when you're playing this game, expect to guard and use normal attacks a lot. Alright, to break it down, I was hitting something. The easiest way for me to explain this game is that we're going to take full advantage when it comes to making weapons and getting weapons that boost your break damage, because most bosses have two bars. The blue one is their health and the yellow one is their break. Most of the time when you're fighting enemies, it pays off to be able to break them then to stagger them than it is to kill them. In this instance, I think we automatically stagger Tiamat, which is done very nicely. I love how they took Final Fantasy 1 and just redid the graphics for some of the enemies.
Hey, what?
Looks like it.
Then why doesn't it feel like it?
Alright, so we're back, and yes, our main protagonist is Jack, which we get more into. Now here we're going to do the tutorials for the whole game. So the beginning was a little bit of a jump scare, you didn't know what you were doing or anything like that. This is going to do everything slowly. So we can attack, or we can use the charge up. We can guard, and we can evade. Then it's our job to defeat the goblin. Okay, so that was a basic tutorial. This game doesn't really explain it that much. So I do want to go over it a little bit better. Number one thing is there's two ways of fighting, and it's real easy. The basic way is L1 and R1. So R1 is something you'll constantly hit trying to attack, and then L1 is your guard. Your L2 and R2 are designated for power-up moves. Some of them need to be charged, some of them charge right away. So the L1 and R1 is for attacking and guarding, and L2 and R2 is for power-up moves. Now, to switch jobs during combat, you press triangle. To absorb an attack, you press circle. To evade, you press X. And to release some energy, you got square. Then, with R2, you got to move sometimes L3 around to cast spells and stuff. Then select spells. L2, when used, you can press up, down, left, right, and you will get a list of abilities you can do. Now, finally, down, when not pressing anything, just down alone, it uses a potion. So, with all of that out of the way, let's just do what they say is the tutorial. Because you can replay that as many times as you want. But right now we gotta complete his break gauge. So Goblin is more evasive. This is where we get item drops and more MP from. As we bust the souls of enemies, they drop more items and they give you bonus MP. Use the social. Okay, I get it. Like that. They want me to defeat the goblin again, which is really cool. It's a callback. It's one of the first enemies you can fight in Final Fantasy 1. But if you do, I suggest stocking up on gear first, because it makes all the enemies easier and you can grind longer. Yeah, I'm forgetting if this is a tutorial for Final Fantasy 1 or Final Fantasy Origins. Oh, I get this guy. So goblins can attack and throw stone. Surprised you can't goblin punch right now, actually. I know you don't have to defeat this with throw stone, and it's just funner this way. During the grinding, I'm going to point out that you can upgrade gear, and it's a lot easier to break the enemy's gauge than it is to fill it, so we're going to take advantage of that. Oh, so remember when I said L2 was for a charge up move? Here's our first one, Lightbringer. And then we defeat all goblins. And Lightbringer pretty much just brings all of his abilities up, his attack up, stuff like that. So it's really nice to use. It does go away real fast. But during the tutorials, you cannot die. So don't worry about that. You don't have to. And even if I got low on HP, I could just continue on. Oh, I thought I was going to hit that. There we go. Alright, that concludes the tutorial. Next section is going to be me. I'm going to be in a little room with nothing else to do, nothing to explain, so I'm just going to talk to everybody in the room and leave. And that should conclude most of the video. We will point out little tidbits, but other than that, I'll see you in a bit.
Look, the crystals can sense each other.
You have one too, don't you?
My mission is to kill Chaos. That's all I know.
Me too.
Good. We're all on the same hunt.
I'm Jack.
Jed,
Ash.
What?
need something for that?
It's just a scratch. Nothing a little spit can't heal. When are we gonna fight Chaos? All this monster hunting is a pain in the ass.
Seriously, fingers crossed we're done.
Either way, time to pay the king a visit.
And we don't leave without answers.
The world lies shrouded in darkness. The winds die. The seas languish. The earth decays. But the people believe in a prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. You are skilled, to be sure. Few could have slain even one of those abominations, let alone 3. There is still the matter of your number, however.
When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come.
And your crystals trouble me. They do not shine the color they should.
Can't argue with that. But you need warriors, right? Look in front of you. Here we are, ready and willing to take Chaos down for you.
And with all due respect, isn't that what matters most?
Perhaps. Yet a question still weighs on my mind, warriors of the Dark Crystals. Why court danger so eagerly? What could you possibly hope to gain?
All I care about is seeing Chaos dead. I need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a hunger, a thirst. Does that answer your question?
Very well. Minister Lagon, fetch the key to the shrine.
My lord.
Jack, Ash, Jed. I place the future of Cornelia in your hands. Do not fail us.
I'll deliver the key to you in the morning. Make your preparations and wait for me at the city gates. Until then.
Many warriors have come before us, but you are different somehow. I expect great deeds.
You look every bit the warrior. I can imagine it serves you well on the battlefield. Even so, I would kindly ask that you smile in front of my daughters.
Cornelia is counting on you to save us from the darkness. I know you will. May the crystal's blessing be with you always.
What's going on?
Princess Sarah. The people love her.
Like a flower blooming in a dark wasteland.
Come on, Jack. Wouldn't kill you to smile for once.
Jack, you've returned. And with a few more scars.
Nah, it's nothing. Jack has the best medicine.
That's wonderful. In that case, if it's not too much trouble, would you be able to spare some for our soldiers in the castle? There's no medicine, is there?
Is there something you want?
There is. I need a favor from you. I heard you were going to the shrine, so I thought this would be my only chance to ask.
A favor?
Two, actually.
Of course.
There was a knight by the name of Garland who set off to battle Chaos as well, but he never returned. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Look, we don't have time for a rescue mission, Princess.
I understand. You don't need to go out of your way. Just keep an eye out for him.
What does he look like?
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold. He towered over the other knights. Even so, his voice was always warm.
How long ago was this?
Perhaps 10 years ago. Although, it seems just like yesterday. No one believes me. Not the minister, not my father. They say a knight by the name of Garland never existed.
As you wish. We'll see what we can do about your missing knight.
Thank you, Jack. Jack, wait. The other favor. Come back safe. And soon. May the crystal's blessing be with you. Always.
Odd. Your crystal vibrating too?
Yeah, weird.
Forget it. We need to focus. Tomorrow's gonna be a long day. Let's get some rest.
Hey, Jack. Just the guy I wanted to see. I heard you're off to the shrine tomorrow. Why don't you spend the night here?
Yeah.
Great. Come on in.
News of your departure will soon spread, and failure will leave a stain on the king's reputation. Bear this in mind. Travel northwest, and you will reach the Chaos Shrine. Go with the crystal's blessing.
This is the most beautiful screen in the whole entire game. It's the world map. This is where everything comes together and you can select everything. So right now we just got introduced to 4 new side quests there, and we can go back to the beginning of the game. We can go to Chaos Shrine. Anyways, if this is all seeming familiar to you, it is the exact world of Final Fantasy 1. This is where you start off in Final Fantasy 1, you fight goblins around the circle, you go here to the Chaos Shrine, defeat Garland, guess what, we're probably going to do that. And then we get a bridge and we can go up here, there's a girl with a witch, and then we got the pirate place, and you go all the way down here, you have Elfhelm, and the Peninsula of Power, is that in here? I think it would be right here or right here. One of those two. But it's the exact same world. Everything is exactly how we left it. So, Final Fantasy 1 fans, beware. This game is modern. It is new. And it holds a different place in my heart. And hopefully you like it too. So we'll continue at the Chaos Shrine next video. Until then, you have a good day, good night.